welcome back to our channel. It's been a minute since we made a video. I wasn't feeling the best. This video is basically about how we met. November, December 2013, Randy hit me up on a dating site called Tagged. We were trying to log into our accounts to see if we could pull up messages.
You were trying to log in to see old messages, to see what's trying to hit her up.
No, we're trying to show y'all what he was telling me, but it wasn't.
I don't lie.
It wasn't. I couldn't remember my email and stuff. So anyway, so he hit me up and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm good, whatever." And at the time, I was doing my orientation for a job, and he was at Drew.
Summer camp.
He was at summer camp for the military. And he's like, oh, here's my number. He's like, what's your number? Give me a number so we can text or whatever. Because he was saying how he was going to have Wi-Fi for the next couple of days. And I just like, I'm not going to give it to him. So then like the next day I logged back in, and then he was like, hey, hope you're having a good day. How's orientation going? Hey, hit me up, send me your number so we can text or whatever. And then I saw he was in the military, and I have an uncle that was in the military, and he was, he wouldn't be with the wife. So I'm like, I don't want that life,
He thought I was crazy.
And like 2 days later, I was in bed and I was like, I'm bored.
That's all she.
I said, well, let me hit up this guy, right?
She was bored. See?
I text Randy and I was like, hey, what's up? It's Gloria from Tag. 3 seconds. Hey, what's up?
Oh no, hold up. Nah, it was no 3 seconds.
The boy hit me up.
Man, it was no 3 seconds, man. Look, don't.
3.5. Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? So we started talking. So then he was like, I can call you tonight before I go to bed. And I was like, sure. So every night, like around 8 o'clock, he would call me. We'll be on the phone. And like we would talk every night. And he would kind of just tell me his life story. I would tell him my life story. You know how that goes. What's your favorite color? Things like that. What you like to eat. A month later, Valentine's Day comes up, and then Randy hit me up and he was like, hey, you got plans today? And I was like, I don't. So he was like, well, what you doing after work? I'm like, I'm going home. He's like, well, let me pick you up. Do you want to go on a date? And I was like, man, should I go on a date with this man? I don't know. I was like, it wasn't like he wasn't a total stranger.
Hold on, excuse me. Let me interject right quick. She getting to this point right here where she's like, I don't know if she want to go on a date with this guy. But let me tell you something. When women want a free meal, they go on a date with somebody. And then she wanted that meal.
Period.
That's the only, she wasn't feeling me. She just saw a free meal and she was like, I'm gonna go with her.
At the end of the day, he's not lying because
I knew it.
I was working because my dad had lost his job.
Used me.
My dad had lost his job, I had to put a pause on college to work and help them pay their bills. So I mean, bro, we ain't had no food at the house. We like, yeah, we had no food at the house. So I had to go on a date.
The truth comes out.
I was dating. Oh yeah, I was dating. I was getting free meals.
Dating to get free meals.
It was.
If I'd have knew
and
that,
let me get a plate to go, and I would get my
cut off. I'd knew that.
I would be like, hey dude, like let me get a, not to him, but like to the other dudes.
Yeah, we can get no for nothing.
Let me get a plate to go, and I would give to my mom and daddy. Like, yeah.
Wasn't doing that with me, cause look.
So anyway,
I was struggling just like she was.
So I was like, whatever. Mind you, I was 19. And so then he was like, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up. So I was like, all right. So he comes pick me up or whatever. Of course, it's Valentine's Day. Everything is packed. You have to make reservations, which we didn't. And at this point, it's getting late. I'm getting hungry. We both gotta work the next day. So Randy's like, well, I said, look, there's this Chinese spot that I heard it's good. Let's try it. He's like, all right, cool. I'll eat Chinese. And then at the time, Redbox was still popping. I couldn't tell you what movie we got, but I know it was a comedy. I can't remember which one. So he said, we'll go back to my apartment and we can eat and watch a movie. And look at me, I'm like, boy, you're trying to get me. But I was like, all right, whatever.
Nobody worried about that, right? Come on now. If anybody know me, nobody worried about that.
So we did. We get the food. The food was disgusting.
I like how you just went straight through the food was nasty. Nah, it was terrible. She downplaying that. That was the worst food I ever ate in my life. It left a scar in my soul right now. I would never eat at that place again. I don't even remember the name of it.
I'm not name dropping.
You know why?
Because they still in business. And I'm
they gonna be out of business if I do it.
The next day I don't hear from Randy. I'm at work, he's at work, I don't hear from him. No text, no calls, nothing. I was like, first of all, I know I'm funny as hell. I'm funny, I'm cool, I'm a good vibe, I'm a good time. I'm like, that's his loss, whatever. later on that evening, around 6, 7, I get a text message from Randy. You text me, you call me. You text me, you call me.
Yeah, okay, hold up. First of all, is a reason why I didn't call I didn't text her, right? Your boy, hey, I was going through it at the time, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I had the prepaid, however you want to call it. I just so happened to forget to put some minutes on my phone. So I'm like, I couldn't call. I ain't had no service or whatever. No minutes.
No, not service. You ain't had no minutes.
Still no service too, because I couldn't do nothing with it. I ain't had no money, but I told her I forgot to pay it. So.
Yeah, the next day, and then you got paid.
I got paid or something. I don't know, but
I don't know, but he was like, I want to say you text me. Hey, my bad. I have forgot to load up minutes on my phone,
to re-up on my stuff.
To re-up or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay, that's why.
She thought I was ignoring it.
I was all right, cool. I'm like, okay, well, he feeling your girl, whatever. And then we made it a habit to hang out every weekend. We hang out every weekend, Friday, Saturday. So we would go like, on a snow cone date, or he'd be like, oh, I got some extra change, let's go eat out, or like that. I never paid for anything, ever had to pay. Or he'd be like, hey, I cooked, come over, and like things like that. So we did that for about, let's say about 10 months. Then finally for my birthday, about 10 months, because for my birthday he asked me to be his girlfriend. I was all right, cool. Now, I still have some guy friends or whatever. I would text and stuff. I wouldn't date them, like wouldn't see them, but I would conversate with them or whatever. So at one point, Randy tells me, hey, I got a job offer, and the only thing is I have money to get there. I just won't have nothing to eat or nothing when I get there. I have some money saved up, so I said, all right, here's my $200. He was like, no, just give me 100. I was like, well, no, because you're going to get there, and he loves to eat. I knew he was going to be working outside. He was going to get thirsty. Like, he would need his necessities. So I said, here's my money. Here's some money, whatever. Pay me back whenever. Of course, y'all had prepaid, so he didn't have data or whatever. He didn't have unlimited data. So I went online and I printed him the MapQuest. Remember the MapQuest? I printed out like the directions from Lafayette. So I want to say it was Oklahoma he was going to. So he was working there 7 days a week for a month. He comes back home. But in the verge of that, my dad was like, all right, I'm getting this other job. Like, it's going to get better if you want to go back to college. Well, at this point, I had already missed almost like 2 semesters. So they had a CNA program. And I was like, I don't want to work in a nursing home, but I want to get my feet wet. So I'm like, I did that. So the program was like $700. And my dad said, all right, I'll pay it. But I also had to buy my uniform, and I had to buy like the stethoscope. I had to buy like the blood pressure. Like I had to buy like some stuff. And my dad was like, I don't have money. I don't have like the money to buy your stuff, but I can pay the tuition. And I was telling Randy about, I think I told you about it, right? I was like, oh, I'm gonna start it. And I was kind of telling him, and he was like, oh, okay. He never told me nothing like, oh, like I'm gonna pay it, nothing. He was like, all right, I feel you. He comes home and he's like, hey, then he gets there pretty late. Like somewhere, he's like, hey, what you doing today? And I was like, nothing at all. Just him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come pick you up. I was like, all right. So he pulls up to the square place. And I was like, what are we doing here? He was like, get your stuff for school. And I was like, what you talking about? He's like, I'm going to pay your stuff for school. And I was like, no. He's like, yeah, you help me get to work. He's like, now I have the money to help you get stuff for school. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Won't he do it? So at that point, something clicked in my brain and was like, let's focus on Randy. Because he got money. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because I got money. That's why, because I got money.
It was like that was something that no guy had ever did for me.
Because they was broke.
Ever. No, they had their little regard. But it wasn't like you buying me stuff. It was just like, you didn't have to do that for me. You didn't have to. Yeah. I wasn't your girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I started focusing on Randy. And then, we started like, again, dating every weekend. I want to say he went back out of town, came back home for good. So that happened. We started dating in November. After that, we were just dating. 2016 comes around, and I was kind of having some issues at home. Not seeing eye to eye with my mom and stuff like that. So I would vent to him like, oh my gosh, like I want to move out. Like I don't want to be there anymore. Like I feel like my relationship with my mom would be so much better. Like I move out because we just keep bumping heads, blah, blah, blah. And I would keep telling him like this, and he wouldn't say like, he wouldn't tell me nothing. Like I guess Randy wasn't ready for us to move in together. And I didn't want to move in with him either, but I wanted to get out of the house, you know, like.
Man, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I was tired of hearing her talk about her and you know, like her people or whatever. She was like, oh, I don't want to be here no more. Because usually when people saying that, they be like, I'm trying to find somewhere to stay. Like she would go to the park, sit in the park, and I don't know.
To clear my head.
Clear her
Like
head.
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to
I'm
go
like,
home.
man.
Point, I was gonna move in with my homegirl.
Let me get her to move in before she be homeless.
No, I was gonna move in with my homegirl. Me and my homegirl was talking about getting an apartment, like figuring it out. Then after that, we kind of talked about, I want to say it was in August. His lease for the apartment was going to be up in May of the following year. So we didn't know if we wanted to like sign up for another year or if we wanted to buy a house. I really wanted to get a house. So he was able to get like the VA loan and stuff. So we were able to get a house. So we bought a house in May of 2017. So almost a year later. So financial, like we were a lot better than we were when we were in the apartment, because we were struggling. It was making ends meet, okay? And now we're here.
Yep, now we're here.
Now we're here. So anyway, that's how we met. So that's our story. Now there's a lot of fun stories in between that I didn't say because for the sake of the video and for the sake of time, this video would have been hours and hours long because I love to talk. Don't get me started. I love to talk.
We know that.
I can make a movie.
We all know that.
But next video, it's gonna be a little bit, because we have wanted to do like videos on topics of. Now we would be, God willing, we'll make 4 years married this year, November 30th, and we want to talk about, you know, the struggles of marriage and things of that sort. So we want to make videos coming up just talking about, you know, what we've been through, what helped us get through it, what we have to work on, you know, on his part and my part. So hopefully the next video, it'll be that. Just kind of touching on, you know, on topics of relationship, long-term relationships, marriage, and things of that sort. So, do you have anything else?
Oh, no. Okay. I was trying to make it short and sweet, man. I'm like...
Never with me.
Nah, you can't.
But, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope I keep feeling better and I don't have to keep pausing 2 to 3 weeks to make a next video. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, we'll upload another video. Our first video about relationship talk and things of that. So stay tuned for our next video, and again, thanks so much for watching.
Peace.